Hello everyone, it's me, Astrofish again, with very good news and yeah, the current log update today. So, we are currently on the new world here, as you have already seen the title. And I'm very sorry about my last videos having this odd black bar on the bottom. I was not sure from what it was coming from, but I realized it came from me having the game not on full screen and the program only viewing the game. So yeah. So you see, I have placed the Grand Station here. Because it will basically be our central point with where the biggest city on the whole island is connected to. But there are also a bit of struggles. So in this episode I will explain to you what I already have done and what is about to be planned. So let's get to the island itself at first. So if we go here to the map, we see this beautiful large island here. The whole map is a custom map made by a very good colleague of mine. And as thanks to him, I have decided that I call the main island here, you see, Vostok Island, because his gamertag has Vostok in it, so this is Vostok Island here. And then we have also the bottom island here. I'm not sure how to call this one now. And there also is on the top here one, which is very small. I'm not even sure if I can do something with this. But I think I will. So, the plan of mine is that I have a main line. So basically we orientated ourselves on the island of Sodor from Thomas the Tank Engine. The plan is, so we have here now the Grand Station, and the main line where the express locomotives and the general main line of the railway is about to go from here to the other side of the island here. In which way? Very simple. So currently I'm pulling the rails towards here, so meaning but we're not going straight for here. So basically we are curving the rail to the terrain, meaning we're going along the coastline here through the flatlands. Then here over the bridge I marked here, there's no bridge currently, I just marked it where I want to have the bridge, which connects then here to the rail. And down from here to the station, it goes along the coastline here again, and goes here upwards, then over the bridge, and then ends up here on the end. And this here have a connecting bridge to the island, because here those are only like 300 blocks or even less. So I will build a bridge here where the locomotives can pass over, and the island here will have its own railway system. But we will at first focus on this one. So the thing is that we not will only have a main line, we will also have branch lines, of course. So one of the branch lines I have already planned is the one here for the, let me call it, beach village, which will be here like something. So it will be a push-pull line, meaning the locomotives like go forward and backwards here the whole time. Then also another branch line I have planned to install on this part of the track, which goes upwards here this hill. And the other ones are around here somewhere. And I also want to have like a bit larger branch line, which goes from like between those mountains here. So we also have mountains. The thing is, I'm not sure how to deal with the elevations. Let me show you what I mean. So we have slight elevations until now. And the thing is, I can't decide if I like how can I say, like make a groove into the elevation so that the rail are still on the lower terrain, or if I like pull the rail upwards. But if I do that, I need to have that a bit more. How can I explain it? Like, you see, here's like an elevation, but it's quite flat, like it's realistic flat, if I can call it like that. And that's the thing. Like, I would have to what's it called? Terraform the hills so that it has a correct elevation. Because the thing is, this map will not only be for the current locomotives, will also be planned for the Loconautics locomotives, which do need traction and power to pull, meaning that the higher the elevation angle is, the less optimal it is for a Loconautics locomotive to go up this hill, and that's not what I want. Let me show you some more around of the island. So currently we are moving around here, so on this flat map here, and here is one of the problems I meant. Like this here is a elevation. We call this here elevation because my friend and I have classified some elevations or hills. So lower elevations are just called elevations, so sorry for saying elevations so oftenly. Then higher ones are hills. Like hills would be something like there. Yeah, this here would be a hill. And this here, as you can see, would be a mountain, of course. On the mountain top, I planned on basically both mountains. I planned to have like how can I call it, like a narrow gauge railway for like mining operations, like on a open pit mine, because I actually want to have something like the Tallinn railway here. The thing is, I have to figure out how to make good-looking locomotives for that, and I hope that Loconautics will add new narrow-gauge bogies, which will allow me to build much better-looking locomotives. But we have to see. Yeah. So there's the rail. So you see, it's a lot of work which is waiting for me, but I'm up to doing it, since I can't afford myself a real model railway, and yeah, this is what I have to do now. Yeah, but like I said, my main problem is I'm not sure how to deal with those elevations until now. I mean, at some point I have to elevate the rails, but I do like it not really to do. Maybe tunnels would be also an option or something like that. I actually also googled how real life railways are dealing with elevations, and the best answer I got was when it comes to like having, let's say those this like ground here is 2 or 3 blocks beneath the rails. What the easiest thing you could do instead of elevating the rail or just lowering it is placing like a gravel bed like you do normally. But if the elevation is too high, basically you try to lower the elevation angle as much as possible until it is possible for engines to pull up the hills or elevations. So meaning I have to like basically numb down the elevations of the hills when I'm about to work on them, like here. Like, for example, I can't just say, okay, let's go with, I don't know, this here. Oh, wait. So I can't just go with like this here. Oh, come on, please. Why won't you place? No. Here, yeah, I can't just go with this here. Like, in real life, this here would be even too much for a locomotive. I mean, they could do that, but under high stress. I mean, if we're talking about the normal crate locomotives, which are NPC driven, they will go up there without any issue, of course. But like I said, the Loconautics ones, they would slip down depending on how much they're pulling. So I have to lower this angle, essentially. Yeah, meaning I have to figure things out. Also, I hope that you guys like the video of the little shunter I've presented to you. Regarding to this, I would like to show you that I advanced on this a bit more. And I also want to explain how I even did that. And yes, as you can see on the title, this flat world where I was... oh. Yeah, seems like my mod pack crashed. That's not good. We will see you guys later. So here I am back again. I was not sure from what the crash happened. I will check that out later. Yeah, it is a bit frustrating with all those crashes. The thing is, I have to run the mod pack on Neoforge because Loconautics needs aeronautics to work with. And I don't understand why aeronautics like used Neoforge instead of normal CurseForge or Forge itself, however it's called. Because it's kinda quite laggy and all, and it is just frustrating. But besides that, so the good news are also always there for bringing more hope. And like I said, don't worry, I always make backups of my worlds now. So even if something goes wrong, I have it on like on my other drive where I can just pull it over from. Now, how did I do this with the locomotives here? So you can see this here is my let me call it almost Great Western steam engine in red. It's a 042, and I call him Nigel. So Nigel here is my little pilot shunter. He also will be on the other world, but for that I have to place more rails so that he can do his job. So I will explain Nigel's like how he begins his shift and why he does. So Nigel's current schedule tells him that at 8 AM he has to go to work. His work is pulling those coaches here into the station. At around 8:10 AM, the BR-19, which I call Maximilian, or in German Maximilian, is getting out of his shed. There is no shed, but he's getting out of the station called shed and runs towards here until he gets to this point here. Then he reverses into the coaches and then waits there for 2 minutes while Nigel is pulling back and goes back to his resting point. After that 2 minutes, Maximilian is taking his route where he goes like from here to upwards here and then loops back and then gets back here again. Then he gets to a stop. Normally there should be a red zone signal then, which tells Nigel to go back to work again. The thing is, I am not really good with red zone. It actually took me quite a while to work things out. So I also did not get to the point where I have a mechanism where Nigel gets automatically told that he has to go to work back again. While Nigel is getting on the move, Maximilian is decoupling from his coaches and goes back to his shed again. Reverses, he goes into here and reverses back into his shed, resting there. And Nigel is pulling back the coaches into their, let me call it the coaches' parking spot. And after that, he goes back to his resting point and sleeps through the night until 8 a.m. That's the whole, timetable, if I can call it like this. So there was another issue I had. The issue was when you're far away from those, let me call it procedure. When Nigel tries to couple up, he can't because the player is not there to render the coupling, if I can call it like this. So basically he goes here and then he reverses without having the wagons coupled to him. Don't worry, I found a solution, and this is this mod here. It is a chunk loader from, I think, Create Power Loader is the mod called. And basically what this thing does is always, every time when a locomotive pulls into the station here, and the station activates, so basically the flag goes up, every chunk in like not chunk. The 10 blocks from here, like 10 blocks in this direction, 10 blocks in this direction, and all the other direction, they are getting force loaded. And because Nigel and the coaches are in this radius, the coupling is getting rendered, meaning he can do his job without me being there. There's only one little bug I have found. The bug is, if I'm checking on the map if he's doing his job and when he's like about to couple up, those lines here are disappearing. Like, can I? Yeah, then they are just disappearing and then nothing. And then I have to go back into the map and then they reappear basically. So now let's give the time being 8 a.m. And now, like, if I'm not wrong, according to Minecraft, 8 a.m. are 1200 ticks, meaning we're waiting 200 ticks now until Nigel is getting to his work. So yeah, it is like, it is fun when it works, but it is tedious doing it because so let me explain the whole while we're still waiting. So you see, I have a circuit here on the train station, which is coupled to this coupling and decoupling block. The coupling block is adjusted to Nigel's and the coach's coupling position. And the thing is, this here is so... oh, okay, Nigel's getting to work now. So he reverses now and gets here. The coupling is for coupling up. This is the let me call it the function here. You can see it's quite short. The decoupling process is happening on this train station here, and it is like, how can I say, like, delayed, because it does not interfere with Nigel coupling to the wagons. As you can see, he now pulls them back here, and you can see Maximilian already on the way to reverse into the coaches in a few minutes or seconds, depending on how fast they are now. Then he puts them into the station and then decouples and goes back to his resting point. I like this function very much because it gives a bit more life to the whole world and not just the locomotives running and running and running. So they really have like working hours and all. So now he decoupled and now he's waiting a bit. I did that like on purpose because of the decoupling process. Now he's reversing and Maximilian has now reversed and coupled up to his coaches. Now he's waiting for 2 minutes here. So like in real life, that the locomotive is like waiting for the passengers to get in. This is here the function of this here. So you can see, like I will show you later this when he's like stopping here again. The decoupling process is always taking a bit longer. And the signal here is getting sent to the coupling block. So basically it should, yeah. And Nigel is back on his resting point here, waiting. And yes, I will give my locomotives from now on names, because yeah, like people with let me call it vehicle obsessions do like naming their vehicle. So don't how can I explain say it? Don't stop me from doing it. I mean, I like to be honest, I also wrote like a fictional story, which I'm not done. Like I wanted to finish it, I couldn't because the world got lost, as you know. As Maximilian as the main character, if I can say it like this. I'm not sure if I should post it. I mean, you can read it on the Loconautics general and the train posting channel. So yeah. So, like little thing about him, he has like a rivalry with the BR-38 I have built, which I call the Walter, or in German Walter. The reason is because Walter was the express before Maximilian appeared, and it's like, yeah, the old one wanting his job back, but the rookie does not let him. So for the time being, the 38 is basically pulling the regular passenger locomotive. So yeah, he also waits here for 15 seconds because like if the rail would go much longer over there, he would of course like take much more time, and when he gets back here, he basically waits here for the passengers he has to bring there. But he does not wait for 2 minutes here, he waits here for 15 seconds. I just did that for testing purposes. The thing is, it was quite funny things that happened. So you can see this train station over here. I had to place it there because Maximilian had the funny idea of, you know what, instead of going forwards into the station as I'm supposed to, I'm going backwards into the station, and that's what he did. So I had to place the station there that he is getting forced into, like, going forward into the station, not reversing into it. Oh. And he's running and running and running. Okay, now he's stopping here, but because, like I told you. And then he goes forward again. Now, as soon as he comes to the station here, normally Nigel should get a signal that he needs to get to back to work again, but he doesn't. And you can see now Maximilian decoupled and goes back to his resting point or shed. For Nigel, I have to press this button with the frequency he has. And then he goes getting the coaches, and yeah, you know. So Maximilian Wait, did he already pass? Oh no, he's about to. Now you see he goes to the rail here, goes into this section and then reverses back towards it. Now he couples up and then pulls them away. Isn't that beautiful, guys? Isn't that beautiful? To be honest to me, how can something like that not be beautiful? The thing is, as my like desktop background, I have from the old map like the locomotives going like through the traffic triangle, if you remember. And I want to replace this video with having a full rotation, or better said, full day of the locomotives working on the train station here. So basically you can see on the morning he puts the coaches into here, and then the express comes and pulls them away and all, and then it gets night and the night shift begins. I want to have like a full loop of this, but it will still wait. I have to still wait for that a bit, because I have to still do things for that. But I think the station will be the very first location I will have done on the map. The station, not the city of the station, because I also plan like having a city connected to the station, not just saying, oh look, there's a random station. Who could have guessed? But yeah. Yeah, and I'm actually very proud that I managed to do that without any tutorials. Like, I watched for tutorials on YouTube for that, but I couldn't find any. The only thing I got as help was help from a colleague of mine called Fazbear, who was working on a Sodor map currently. He also streams. Like, he was the one who gave me the like a tip with the force loaders, so that things also work when I'm not there. Yeah, but I can't wait for this having like having a full going on schedules for my locomotives. Like, I also planned this for like the regular passenger locomotive, and like a like what's called like trucks and all whatsoever. Yeah, I'm very motivated. Back to the Tellilin railway. I think you guys know the locomotive itself, which is like the railway was. I'm not sure if the locomotive got called after the railway, or if the railway itself got called after the locomotive. Oh my goodness, the modpack crashed again. Okay, you know what? I have to find out what happened. But yeah, I hope that you guys liked the video. Yeah, see you on the next vlog. Bye.